Hey everybody. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Atom, and Atom's actually been doing pretty good recently. I mean, we've been in an uptrend since about the 19th of December, and during that time, Bitcoin and pretty much the rest of the market have been on a pretty significant downtrend, but Atom managed to make a run to retest its all-time highs. And actually, if you look at this, we had a near perfect double top here on this retest, and we actually bounced off of the all-time highs 3 times before we got rejected, and now we are in an obvious downtrend. Now, something I want to point out for Atom is it does appear like we have a weekly bearish divergence here, even though we didn't put in new all-time highs. We retested the same area, but the weekly momentum wave became weaker. And just in general, the weekly momentum waves have been trending down as Atom has been trending upwards. So this begs the question, is Atom going to see a massive correction because of the weekly bearish divergences? And I was actually watching a live stream not too long ago. I believe it was Jason Casper and Evan Aldo, and they were talking about weekly bearish divergences and how when people see them, they automatically think it's potentially the beginning of a bear market or a massive correction, and a lot of people make them out to be more than they really are. And yes, weekly bearish divergences typically do play out, and we usually do see a pretty big price decrease after one. Like over here in the summer, we saw about a 72% price decrease after we printed a weekly bearish divergence. But these are just something that happens with an asset that trends upwards over time. I mean, if you look at the S&P 500, that basically prints weekly bearish divergences every few months, yet it continues to trend upwards. They are just something that happen when an asset is trending up over a long period of time. And yes, typically they do mean that a correction is due, but these weekly bearish divergences don't necessarily signify the end of the world, but they are still something that you should take into consideration. And so, taking that into consideration, I'm going to be taking a look at this Atom chart and finding some significant areas of support that we could potentially retrace to. And you see that we did get a little bounce from this golden pocket when you draw a fib from right here up to the tops. But I'm not really seeing anything on the daily or the 4-hour that would make me think that we are going to get a reversal here or a significant bounce, especially since the higher time frames are looking pretty bearish and the money flow is continuing to decrease. I have a feeling that Atom is probably going to trend lower than this. And I have 3 major areas of support that I could find that I think Atom could potentially trend down towards in the next few weeks or months. And the first one is right here. Obviously, we have this 786 of this fib retracement sitting right at this area, and we also have a golden pocket sitting in this area if you pull a fib from these bottoms that we put in the summer. And this is also the area that we found a bottom in just a few weeks ago. So we have a nice little area of confluence sitting right here. Next major support area that I could see is sitting just below this area between this point of control of this volume range that we traded in early 2021. So we have the point of control as the top of the support area. And just below this point of control, we have a significant support and resistance line. You can see we held strong support on it there. We had a very clean support to resistance flip here when we rejected off of it. Then, once we broke above this area, again, we had a clean flip for this area back into support. So this little area between the point of control and this significant support level is another area that I could potentially see the price of Atom trending towards. And lastly, we have this area of support down here. The top of this area is defined by the 786 of the larger fib retracement that I have drawn here. And the bottom is going to be the point of control of this range that we traded in the summer. So overall, since the markets in general have been showing weakness recently, and because we have the macro bearish indications here, this weekly bearish divergence, I think that we may see Atom trend towards some of these areas of support over the next few weeks. If we start to approach these areas, I'll be watching the indicators closely, seeing if we get anything to signify that we could get a reversal here. Overall, I believe in the Cosmos ecosystem. I believe that they are going to continue to grow and continue to provide utility to this space. And so I have no doubt that the token is going to continue to grow as well. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, consider leaving a like and subscribing. Really appreciate all of the support, everyone. It really means a lot to me. And I will see you all on Sunday for my next video. Peace out.